Did you know that a small, chubby cat could be the most unexpected hero? What happens when he decides to stand up to the bullies to save his friends? This is a story that will touch your heart and make you think. On a sunny day, while everyone was having fun, a chubby cat named Pingo was facing the worst nightmare of his life: bullying. But what no one expected was that he would become a real hero, sacrificing everything for those who ridiculed him. Get ready for a story full of emotion, courage, and valuable lessons. At the cat school, where the sun shined and laughter echoed, Pingo always felt out of place. He loved to eat, but that made him the target of cruel jokes from his classmates. One day, during recess, the bullies decided it was time to attack him again. "Look at Pingo. He looks like a soccer ball," they shouted, while everyone laughed. With a broken heart, Pingo hid in the library, away from the taunts, but the pain of rejection followed him. When Pingo got home, he found his mother struggling to pay the rent. "Mom, I'm fine," he lied, holding back tears. Even when she made his favorite meal, a double cheeseburger, Pingo couldn't eat. "I'm not hungry," he said, running to his room. His mother knew something was wrong, but Pingo was determined to face his demons alone. The next day, the teacher announced an adventure trip. The other kittens were excited, but Pingo felt even more insecure. When it was time to get on the bus, he sat at the back, hoping to go unnoticed. But as always, one of the bullies shouted, "The bus is going to tip over because of that fat cat." Laughter echoed, and Pingo shrank in his seat, wishing he could be invisible. During the trip, the driver had to brake suddenly to avoid hitting a rabbit. The bus lost its balance, and chaos ensued. All the kittens started screaming, but Pingo, in a moment of clarity, realized he had an idea. "I can help save the bus," he shouted, but the bullies ignored him. Feeling the weight of the situation, Pingo shouted back, "Listen, my weight can balance the bus. If everyone moves to the back, we can save it." The kittens hesitated, but the need to survive prevailed. One by one, they moved, as Pingo prepared for what could be his last act of bravery. He got up and, with all his strength, ran towards the bus door. With an expression of courage and determination, he saved the other kittens, who watched worriedly. And they were saved by Pingo. The bullies and kittens who made fun of him at school, once cruel, where they bullied, were now crying, feeling the weight of what they had done. Pingo, exhausted, still panting, could hardly believe he had succeeded. The gazes that once carried contempt now turned to him with admiration and regret. The bullies, who had so often laughed at their silent courage, now cried as they realized that it was the kitten they had humiliated who had saved them. Pingo, even though his heart was racing, looked at his colleagues with eyes full of compassion. He didn't say anything, but his attitude spoke louder than any words. One of the bully kittens, the biggest and meanest, approached slowly, his head down and his eyes teary. "Pingo, I'm so sorry," he said in a trembling voice, unable to contain his tears. "I should never have done what I did. You are much braver than I ever was." The others, still embarrassed, approached silently agreeing. Pingo's heart was full. He could have walked away, but instead he extended a paw, offering the forgiveness they never knew they deserved. Because, deep down, Pingo always believed that no one should be defined by the mistakes of the past. From that day on, Pingo was no longer the target of mockery. He became the friend everyone admired, the kitten who showed that true strength is not in winning battles, but in forgiving and helping, even when life seems unfair. And so the kittens lived together, not just as playmates, but as a close-knit family. Pingo, with his kindness and courage, had changed everyone's hearts, and somehow, he knew that this was his greatest act of bravery. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe for more stories that make you reflect and feel. Let's fight bullying and celebrate kindness together.